target. This one's an absolute...
The already unmistakable Lamine Yamal
are going to the 2026 final. Messi.
Just a few days ago, Argentina reminded the football world why they are still the defending champions. In a dramatic semi-final, they came from behind to defeat England and book their place in the 2026 FIFA World Cup Final. Now, one final challenge remains. On July 19, Argentina will face Spain with another World Cup trophy on the line. And that raises an incredible question. What if Argentina lifts the World Cup again? This would not be just another championship. It would be one of the greatest achievements in modern football. Winning back-to-back World Cups is something only a handful of teams have ever managed. And Argentina now stands just one victory away from joining that exclusive group. It could also become another unforgettable chapter in Lionel Messi's legendary career. Even at this stage, he continues to inspire his teammates, deliver in the biggest moments, and prove why he remains one of football's greatest icons. But this story is about more than just Messi. It is about a team that refuses to stop believing, a squad filled with experienced leaders and rising stars, a manager who has built a winning mentality, and a nation dreaming of celebrating football's biggest prize once again. So, if Argentina defeats Spain in the final, how would football history remember this team? Would Messi's legacy reach an even greater level? Could this generation become one of the greatest national teams the sport has ever seen? In this documentary, we'll explore exactly what another World Cup triumph would mean for Argentina, for Lionel Messi, and for football history itself. Before we begin, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest football documentaries. Now, let's discover what could happen if Argentina becomes world champion once again. Now stands just one victory away from creating a moment that would be remembered for generations. But why would winning this World Cup be so historic? Because defending a FIFA World Cup title is one of the hardest achievements in football. When a team becomes world champion, every opponent studies them. Every weakness is analyzed. Every match becomes more difficult because every nation wants to defeat the defending champions. Staying at the top is often much harder than reaching the top in the first place. That is exactly the challenge Argentina has faced throughout this tournament. After defeating England in the semi-final, they have earned one more opportunity to make history. Now, only Spain stands between Argentina and another World Cup trophy. If they can overcome one of Europe's strongest teams, this squad will accomplish something that very few national teams have ever managed. History shows just how rare this achievement is. Italy successfully defended its World Cup title in 1938, and Brazil repeated the feat in 1962. Since then, many outstanding teams have tried, including Germany, France, Spain, and Argentina themselves. But none have managed to win consecutive men's FIFA World Cups. That is why this final carries so much weight. Argentina is not simply playing for another trophy. They are playing for a place in football history. What makes this journey even more impressive is the level of competition. Every knockout match has demanded concentration, teamwork, and composure. There are no easy opponents at this stage of the tournament. One mistake can end years of preparation. Yet Argentina has continued to find answers under pressure, showing the confidence and resilience that champions need. If they defeat Spain, this team will no longer be remembered only as the champions of 2022. They will become the generation that proved its success was not a one-time achievement. They would show that they could reach the top, stay there, and overcome the enormous pressure that comes with being the team everyone wants to beat. And while winning back-to-back World Cups would be a remarkable achievement for Argentina as a nation, there is one person whose legacy could grow even larger than anyone imagined. That person is Lionel Messi. If winning back-to-back World Cups would make history for Argentina, it could also add another extraordinary chapter to Lionel Messi's remarkable career. For many football fans, Messi has already earned a place among the greatest players the game has ever seen. His career includes league titles, continental trophies, individual awards, and the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Those achievements have already secured his place in football history. But imagine if Argentina lifts the trophy once again. Even if Messi is not the team's top scorer, his influence could still be enormous. great leaders are not remembered only for goals. They are remembered for inspiring teammates, staying calm in the biggest moments, and helping the entire squad believe they can achieve something special. That is exactly what many people have admired about Messi during Argentina's recent success. You can see younger players looking to him for confidence during difficult moments. His experience helps bring composure when the pressure rises, and his understanding of the game allows Argentina to make smarter decisions in crucial situations. Another World Cup title would also make his international career even more extraordinary. Very few footballers have had the opportunity to lead their country to multiple World Cup triumphs. If Argentina defeats Spain in the final, Messi would become part of an incredibly exclusive chapter in football history, adding another unforgettable achievement to a career that has already inspired millions around the world. Perhaps the biggest impact would be on future generations. Years from now, young football fans may look back at this Argentina team as one of the greatest international sides ever assembled, and Messi would remain at the heart of that story. His influence would extend far beyond statistics, because he helped shape an era that brought lasting success to his national team. Of course, football is always a team sport. No single player wins the World Cup alone. Every title is built on the hard work of an entire squad, a dedicated coaching staff, and players who perform together under immense pressure. But if Argentina manages to lift the trophy once again, Messi's legacy would become even more remarkable than it already is. And while much of the attention naturally falls on Messi, this journey has also been made possible by a new generation of Argentine stars who are proving they are ready to carry the nation's football tradition into the future. If Argentina manages to defeat Spain and lift the World Cup once again, the celebrations will not be reserved for the players alone. There is another man whose place in football history would reach an entirely new level: Lionel Scaloni. When Scaloni became Argentina's head coach, not everyone believed he was the right choice. He had limited experience at the highest level, and many people questioned whether he could rebuild one of football's biggest national teams. Instead of listening to the criticism, Scaloni focused on building something stronger than individual talent. He created a united squad where every player understood their role, worked for one another, and placed the team above personal success. That approach completely transformed Argentina. Under his leadership, Argentina developed into one of the most organized and confident teams in international football. They combined experienced leaders with exciting young players, stayed calm under pressure, and consistently found ways to win the biggest matches. If Argentina wins another World Cup, Scaloni would achieve something that very few coaches in football history can claim. Guiding a nation to consecutive World Cup titles would place his name alongside the greatest international managers the game has ever seen. But perhaps his biggest achievement would not be the trophies alone. It would be changing the mentality of an entire football nation. He helped build a team that believes in itself, fights together, and never gives up, no matter how difficult the challenge becomes. And if that journey ends with another World Cup trophy, Lionel Scaloni will not simply be remembered as a successful coach. He will be remembered as one of the architects of one of the greatest eras in Argentina's football history. If Argentina were to lift the World Cup once again, the celebrations would eventually end. But the conversations about this team's place in football history would only just begin. Every generation produces talented squads, but only a select few are remembered as truly legendary. Those are the teams that do more than win trophies. They leave a lasting mark on the sport and inspire future generations. Argentina's 1978 and 1986 World Cup champions are still celebrated today because they changed the country's football history. The 2022 team earned its own special place by ending a 36-year wait for the biggest prize in football. Now imagine this team adding another World Cup to that incredible journey, defeating England to reach the final and then overcoming Spain to successfully defend the title would make this generation one of the most successful national teams of the modern era. Very few sides have managed to stay at the top of world football when every opponent is determined to stop them. Players like Julian Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, Alexis Mac Allister, Christian Romero, Emiliano Martinez, and their teammates would no longer be remembered only as World Cup winners. They would become the generation that proved Argentina's success was built on consistency, teamwork, and a winning mentality rather than one unforgettable tournament. Perhaps that would be this team's greatest achievement. They would show that Argentina did not simply reach the top once they stayed there against the strongest teams in the world. If that happens, football history would remember this Argentina squad not only as champions, but as one of the defining international teams of their era. Their names would be discussed alongside some of the greatest World Cup winning sides ever assembled, and their legacy would continue to inspire football fans long after the final whistle of 2026. As we come to the end of this video, let's go back to the question we asked at the very beginning. What if Argentina lifts the 2026 FIFA World Cup again? After defeating England to reach the final, Argentina is now just one match away from making history. If they overcome Spain, they won't simply defend their title, they will achieve something that only a handful of national teams have ever accomplished. It would be a victory remembered for generations, strengthening the legacy of Lionel Messi, Lionel Scaloni, and an incredible group of players who have inspired millions around the world. But football has always been unpredictable, and finals are never won before the first whistle. Now, all eyes turn to Argentina versus Spain on July 19. One match will decide who writes the next chapter in football history. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Argentina will become back-to-back World Cup champions, or will Spain stop their historic journey? Let us know your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our future football videos. And if you have a friend who loves football, share this video with them and see who they think will lift the World Cup trophy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next football documentary. If you enjoyed this football documentary, click the video on your screen now and continue watching. I'll see you there.